Kindergarten. We've been talking about all about color. You guys have learned that your primary colors are yellow, red, and blue, and that your secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. But there's another way that we can look at colors, and we're going to be exploring complementary colors today. Complementary colors are colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. So across from purple is yellow. If I go green and I go across it, I have red, and I find blue when I go across. It makes, or it doesn't make orange, but its complementary color is orange. So every primary has a complementary secondary color. And why they're called complementary colors is because they complement each other. They look good next to each other. What they don't look good as is when they mix together. When they mix together, they make the color brown. So we're not going to be mixing them today. Instead, we're going to have two halves of our paper. We're going to have a set of complementary colors. So I have red and blue. You might, or orange and blue, excuse me. You might have red and green, or you could have purple and yellow, because those are the complementary sets. What you're going to do is you have your paper. It's divided into two halves, and we're going to get to do a little bit of fun experimenting with some different tools. So I have a texture tool, and I have a paper towel roll that I'll use for stamping later. But my job is going to be, I need to paint one half one color and one half the other color. So this will be my orange side. So I'm not going to paint any blue over here. I could put some white on my paper, and I'm just gonna, I can put paint everywhere. I could put white on there too, but I can't put any blue. So my job is to paint a whole paper. I can do big brush strokes all over the place. I can use my texture tool. With my texture tool, I can put patterns into my paper by running my texture tool through it. Pretty fun, isn't it? So there will be different texture tools at your table, so you can do different ones to make different patterns and designs in your paper. When it's time to do your other side, remember, what happens if I mix a color with its complement? If you said I get brown, that is correct. So I need to wash and dry my brush before I do the next color. So to wash my brush off, I have to tap, 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 tap it on the bottom of the water jug. Now I'm holding mine just so you can see it. That's not the easiest. You're actually gonna set it down. You don't need to pick it up. You're gonna tap it on the bottom of the water jug until it looks like it doesn't have that color in it anymore. Ooh, I think it looks pretty good now. Can I start painting? If you told me no, good job, because I have one more thing to do. I have to dry my brush. All right. Now that my brush is clean, I can do the other side. So the complement of orange is blue. So I can start to paint blue on this side. Don't that orange and that blue look really nice together? Move my tray out of the way. I'm just gonna go back and forth. I gave you a nice big brush so you can go back and forth with big brush strokes, and you're trying to put brush marks all over the paper. Now, I'm going to take my paper towel, and I've got white here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my paper towel in the white. And then I can pop it on my paper. And it's going to make circles on my paper. So I'll slide it in my white, and I can make some circles on my paper. So I got some really cool, pretty paint techniques happening here. So I have texture on this side, and I've got circles on this side. Now I need to save my painting. I'm going to use it for something else next week. So I have my complementary color painting, and we've done some texture on one side, we've done some circles on the other side. It's looking pretty good. This is going to need to go on the drying rack, and we're going to use it for something next week.